Right, sup gamers, my name is Rebel, or RebelDragon95. I'm going to be playing Birth by Sleep, and then I'm comboing into another game afterwards. But yeah, let me get into the character select screen, because that's where we start the timing for this run. Okay, give me a second here. Alright, so we're going to be doing Terra Beginner today on this round of BBS. So, Glitchedd, if you're ready on time, I'm going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is the Terra Beginner run. We do get to skip the tutorial in runs of this because we play on save files that have files and all the other stuff set up for it. It's a long process. But yeah, so the first fight here is orbs. Terra's orbs on beginner mode are kind of scuffed because he's actually too strong, basically, is the truest of all gimmicks. He destroys the orbs in 1 to 2 hits. His second hit of his air combo knocks them away. So ideally you don't want to do it without having a lineup for the orbs, because when you hit them into each other like that, they automatically get destroyed. And hopefully this is the last orb. Oh, that was last orb. Nice. Alright, so getting under a minute there is pretty good. That's what you want to look for. I have the meme of above 1 minute I reset. I've been known to reset on a 57 or 58 though, so I will reset to anything to orbs, it doesn't matter. Right, so basic rundown of plot. The plot of this game is Terra leave home, then go, oh no, Terra leave home, so then proceeds to leave home, then Aqua goes, oh no, and chases after the children. And that's pretty much the entire plot of this game. And that's pretty much the only time I'm ever going to bring it up. Right, so the first fight in this is actually very important. If you don't get what you need here, you lose quite a chunk of time. Oh, I immediately got it, bro. So yeah, so I was looking for a Ven D-Link drop here, and that gives you haste, because when you get level ups with your D-Links, they gain abilities. Ven's level 1 ability is haste, which, as you can see, speeds up my swings. So it makes this a lot easier. I'm just going to do that. Do that. Throw that strike quarry through those guys. And end those guys. That was a really, really good fight. Right. So, yeah, that fight's pretty simple. You can actually exit your D-Link early if you want to. So D-Link is like a thing we'll be using throughout the run a bunch. Basically, it gives you a separate set of commands based on a character. Ven's one is only useful for its haste ability in the first 2 boss fights. That's the only reason why you need it. It just makes you attack faster, because Terra's gimmick is that he has really powerful attacks, but he's really slow in combos. So my main movement is I'm doing this slide. Every character has a dodging action. Terra's is a slide, Aqua's is a cartwheel, Ven's is a dodge roll. In each of these rooms, you want to be going through them using your dodge as fast as possible. It's actually a little bit faster to time your inputs. I'm doing dodge, take a tiny step, dodge, take a tiny step, dodge, take a tiny step. And that applies to all characters, because you go a little bit faster, like it's marginally faster in every single room if you do so. And it actually matters for Ven and Aqua later in the run for you to time your inputs. So, very important. It's genuinely one of the first things you need to learn when you run this game is timing your inputs for dodges is the most important part of the entire run in some aspects. Right, so we're at the first boss now. This is Wheelmaster. Wheelmaster is going to get obliterated by Ven D-Link. There's a little bit of an AI manip here. We're going to take a step forward, then go into Ven. This manipulates his AI into doing this spinning attack rather than jumping. Do some damage. Oh, okay, that was oh, and then he missed me as well, of course. Oh, and he actually did the right thing. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go. Hopefully kill him now. There we go. Bro died. Easy. If you get a bad pattern there, he'll start jumping up and down, and he could be really hard to hit. So. Right, so that's the end of Enchanted Dominion. So each character has a different world they need to go to first. So Terra's first world is Enchanted Dominion, Ven's is Dwarf Woodlands, Aqua's is Castle of Dreams. You don't really get much of a choice on that, you just have to do it. Right, so we're gonna do a quick menu here if I can actually, you know, not be a... Put on Zero, Grav, and Blizzard. And we're going to get into the fight with the very sad song. This is the only time this song ever plays, and it's like the saddest battle theme you've ever heard in your life. Right, we're going to go into Aqua now. Aqua's dealings all based around magic, and it's been quoted before that Aqua is so good in this game that she's the best character in other people's runs. So we're going to be using Aqua a lot in this run, especially at the start when we haven't got a lot of options. Hopefully I can get a drop here. It would be very useful if I could. Hit that guy, walk forward, get rid of those guys. Just try and make sure I get enough here. Okay, that didn't work. That kind of worked out, but I don't think I got a drop, so that's a little bit unlucky there. Got the first one, didn't get the second one. Didn't get it. Alright, cool. We're going to be screwed for a little bit there, but that's fine. Right, so now that we've done that, we're going to be going into here. I actually picked up a Blizzard in Enchanted Dominion. Not every runner does this, because it's kind of like a little bit slow, but it makes this fight for me a lot easier, so I always have done it. It doesn't save enough time to skip it. It saves like 2 seconds. So we're going to go into Diamond Dust. So this is a command style. Command styles in this game are basically powered up states that happen when you use certain types of commands. So in this case, because we used a Blizzard as part of one of our combos, we go into Diamond Dust. Do that. Oh, nice fleeting drop. So fleetings are very important because they give you later on an ability called Attack Haste, which is very useful because that means our attacks will, on our command deck, will come back faster. Okay, it's going to be like that, then we're going to do that. Oh, that's fine. Right, so I haven't really explained it yet, but the command deck is our little deck of commands in the corner. Basically, it's a loadout of different things that we have, and we're basically going to be using that to build up a deck for the end game. So hopefully these guys will come at me and get bodied. Okay, this guy is being like this now. I'm doing that. So something I'm looking for in this fight is I'm looking for EXP as well as items, etc. Oh, that's fine. Zero grab on these guys. Prepare this. Right, do that, that. There we go, there we go. Right. Freeze. So I'm just clearing enemies' ways for... I'm just clearing enemies out of the way, sorry, for Snow White, and yeah, so many freaking drops that aren't ones I need, but yeah. So yeah, that clears the way for her, and then you can just go to the end. As I said, I'm also looking for EXP, because my next EXP gap I need to hit level 6 before the end of the next world, because it gives you a strength up. Which is obviously important because we're playing on beginner mode and your stats are actually incredibly important in this game. Unlike other games in the KH series, this game kind of has like pretty terrible damage scaling. So if your stats are lower than what the game wants them to be, the game does not scale in your favor in any way at all. So you just do no damage at all. Right, this is Symphony Master. Symphony Master doesn't really do much, he just has his little instruments around him. Right, hit. Okay. I'm gonna use an arrow here because that just does a bit of chip damage while I'm waiting for him to fall down. Alright, and that is the end of Castle of Dreams. Alright. I've been atrociously messing up the next world, so hopefully that doesn't, like, destroy me too much. So... Alright, let's see if I can do this. Okay, this game is deciding to screw with me today. So we're just going to do it like this. Okay, that's fine. That worked out. Okay, now I can't bloody press the X button. Thank you. Jesus Christ, game. Alright, there we go. I'm pretty sure I did that wrong, but my brain is not with it at the moment. There we go. Right, we got through that room without losing a minute. That's all good. There were some real issues with that room recently. Right, so we're actually going to come over here real quick. A small sequence break here is we can grab this ledge early. And we can get up here. And that grabs us a Fish and Faraga, which is a pretty good endgame command. But we're going to allow that because Terra doesn't need magic. And we're going to turn around and sell it immediately because it sells for a lot of money. Terra's main issue throughout all of this game is he doesn't have any command that sells for like a ton of money that's easily accessible within the route. So you're always struggling for money. Okay. So something I did there was I melded two commands together to get another one. So I need a Binding Strike for later, but also it's just better to make it now to free up deck space to level up some other stuff. Right, so this fight here is going to be a little bit slow because I haven't got Aqua level 2. Aqua level 1. Aqua level 1 gives you a gives you access to a Magnera, which of course if you know anything about KH games, a Magnera is extremely useful. Okay, game. Okay, this game is not giving me anything I want right now. Okay, did I get a drop again? This is getting annoying now, but yep. Oh, I got one drop. Okay, cool, we did it. We did it. We did it. We got one. We got one. I can work with this now. So something about running beginner mode in this game is you need to be able to like do things on the fly. Like, work out the best option for, like, getting out of a situation you may have put yourself in, or you've ended up in. And that's a good example of it. Alright. So now we're going to enter Magic Mirror. So Magic Mirror is a pretty easy fight. He's only got a bit of HP, not, like, too much at all. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be slide dashing towards him, which is a forward moving attack. Slide dash is pretty useful because it basically gets you moving straight forward. You can use it for movement. If you hit an enemy with it when you're trying to do movement, you can cancel the animation immediately. Because it's meant to be a combo attack, so they wouldn't want to trap you in a combo. Okay, didn't get one cycle. I had the right animation for one cycle, but I didn't get the right attack. Right, and that's now. There is a 50-50 chance you can get a what we call a one cycle on that guy. You can kill him before he does anything. Because it depends on which attack he does. If he does either of the attacks where he moves backwards, you can kill him during that animation as he goes backwards. If he does either of the ones where he goes underground, then no, you can't do that. Right, so now we've done that, we get to take a quick stop off at Mysterious Tower real quick. There's a couple of things we need to do here, but a couple of things mean I have a cutscene I need to skip, but there's also a lovely cure chest here, which we get for free. I nearly went to change my D-Link, but that's fine, I don't have it yet. So that Zero Gabba brought there. Fire, fire, cure, air slide, change that Flame Salvo. Right, so Flame Salvo is a really good fire-based attack. As you can probably guess, we're going to be using a lot of fire during this run. We're going to be trying to pick up some items. This run does rely on enemy drops for getting the crystals that we need. Out of most of the enemies, there is a there's like a good 10, 12, 15-ish% chance that they can give us a shimmering crystal. And we kill a lot of enemies that have the chance to drop a crystal. Can I skip my cutscenes, please? So there's a lot of chances for us to get the drops that we do need, so we can easily get what we want. Right, jump down here. Right, this fight's going to be a little bit scuffed because I don't have Aqua level 2. And hopefully I get it in the middle of this fight because it makes this fight so much easier having it for the end. So hopefully I get it pretty quickly. Aqua, Magnet. Okay, I got rid of all the floods in one combo. Kill that guy. Kill that guy, go back to the middle. Oh, that did drop. I'm here. Thank you. Okay, we're back on what we should be now. And they'll all fly towards me. And we need to just do this attack. Okay, easy. Right, I haven't got any shimmering drops yet, so we're going to be a little bit scuffed on that front for a minute. But we're back on the drops I need, so oh, we are back to where we want to be. Right, so there is a little cutscene here where we take a visit to Merlin. And in here, there's a nice free shimmering chest. My favourite is when you get 3 drops before you get to that chest, so you get to save a crisp 1 or 2 seconds getting to skip it. So something I did there was I changed the Aqua finisher back to the level 1 finisher, because the level 1 finisher is way better than the level 2 one. Oh. Attack haste. So there's about 4 or 5 different menu routes you can do up through this point of the run. After this world, all the menu routes like converge into one, so you just do whatever's comfortable to you. There's you need to know 2 or 3 variations for that menu there. So that's pretty good. Okay, nope, nothing what I need there. I'm killing these guys for a bit of extra EXP, but also they have chances to drop some of the crystals I need. Nope, nothing from them, but that's fine. Right. 2. So there's a few more enemies we want to kill for some EXP in here. As I said, EXP is extraordinarily important in this run, because we need a lot of it. So, in some of the characters, by that I mean Aqua and... Okay, this is not working out like I wanted to, but that's fine, I'm going to have to do that. Go over here, do this, do this. Okay, I'm confused. There we go, just trying to make sure I'm okay. Let's go. Okay, that's all fine. Okay, cool. That's pretty slow, but that's not the worst that could happen there. There we go, that's fine. Alright. For some reason, I just messed up my magnet timings on the mandrakes there. But yeah, what I was saying was, Ven and Aqua get EXP Walker as part of their route. For Terra, we don't get it because it just isn't as worth it for him, because he doesn't get as much EXP from dodging as those characters do. So, we don't need it as much. So we do a different EXP route. So, this is Trinity Armor. Trinity Armor is pretty spooky, kind of. He's not like too scary, but On the Terra specifically, he attacks Terra 3 times when on both the other characters. At the start there, he attacks each one of them individually. Each of the characters individually rather than Terra all 3 times, which is pretty unfair to Terra, to be honest with you. Just make sure I get into Firestorm. So as you can see, Firestorm does big damage. We're using that to do big damage to boss. Landing here. That puts me in the right position for big damage with that. I can now eat a hit, do flame salvo. And he'll fall into it, getting hit by both Ben and Aqua as well. Then I can do last bit damage here. Easy. Some Trinity armor. If you have more fire boost there, you do more damage with your flame salvo and with your Firestorm hits, firers, and Firestorm finisher. Something else there that's also very important is you need the the finish boost that I have on my Confusion Strike. That's also pretty important. I need to kill a few enemies here because I need my D-Link back. I'm doing that. Do that. There we go. Back to full. Alright, so I need my D-Link because we're going to do a little bit of grinding here. So in order to meet the EXP curve that we need for the end of the game, we're going to do a bit of grinding here just to make sure that we're all okay. I need to buy some stuff first, though. That'll give me enough money. I need 760 money here to get what I need. And there we go. I'm now going to do my grinding. Right, so during this grind, I'm looking for a few things. EXP, but also for some crystal drops. So this group of enemies and the next group of enemies can both drop shimmering crystals. So the little birds that are floating around, they're called arch ravens. They have a chance to drop the crystals. I'm gonna wait here for a second and kill them as they're coming towards me. Okay. This group of enemies also has a chance for feeding crystal and for shimmering. So let's see what I get. Nothing from them. That's fine. One more quick menu because I need to put my last magnet on. Right, so now I have 4 rooms to get what I need. If not, we are just going to have to, you know, deal with it. Thunder. Want some? Right. So the whole strat here is the arch ravens won't attack you unless there are like drops on the floor, because they're like scavengers, because they're meant to be like ravens and things like that. So they won't come at you unless there's drops on the floor. So the whole setup for the strat is you put drops on the floor. Yo, a shimmering drop. You basically put drops on the floor by killing the tank topplers, the big dudes. And then the birds are then manipulated to fly at you. Then they get caught in the magnet. Then you can finish them immediately because the magnet damage is enough to where that kills. Oh my god! Another shimmering. We gamers have 3 fire boosts now, so we are actually gaming right now. Means I won't have to do any backup strats. Let's go. If you have less fire boosts, we have strats for all amounts of fire boosts. So you're not like out of the woods if you don't have a fire boost. It's just in this run, it's one of those things where your time depends on how many fire boosts you have when you get to the top level. So it's always nice to like kind of show off how like big my giant brain is if I have to do a run with only 1 fire boost and still nearly get a sub 50, etc. But that's way harder than getting 3 fire boosts and just destroying the game anyway. Which is what I much prefer. And I'm getting screwed by the game now, but that's fine. So I'm gonna have to do a quick.
Just so you know, you can say whatever you want on my stream. I do not care. You can say you got a big willy, buddy.
I'm just saying whatever comes out of my mouth first. Yo, I got item boost. Oh god. Magnera. There we go. Right, now I've been dicked. There you go. I've now broken it now. I can now say whatever I want. Let me, like, start dropping the C word real quick. I'm British. I'm allowed to say it. Right. So this is the last room. When you hit level 14, you can leave. That's nice. Another shimmering is not what I needed, but something else that we're looking for now is fleeting crystals. Fleeting crystals give us attack haste, which is also very useful. Right. Just running through here. So hitting level 14 here and doing a little bit of grinding later in the run is enough to basically make sure we hit level 20. And the way the EXP is routed in this run is you hit level 20 at the last possible moment to get enough EXP to hit level 20 to the point where I've been 1 EXP'd before because I was 1 EXP off the threshold thinking I was fine. No, the EXP is so tightly rooted in this category that you have to be pinpoint with it. And there we go. Right, cool. Now we dealt with that, we can go deal with Break. So Break here just does what Xigbar does in KH2. He goes up in his little hut, tries to snipe you, then he comes to try and shoot you. We're just gonna flame salvo the hell out of him because that's our damage now. It was actually a strat a long time ago. Thank you, Break, for teleporting out of it. But it was a strat a very long time ago. You could actually... They used to use... I wasn't running this game when they did this. But in the original routes of Terra, they used to use Vendealing on Break here. That fire there was to stop him from doing the move where he rings around you. It's just to hit him out of it, so because that attack takes forever. Now we're going to just go for the kill. There we go. Easy money. You can kill that guy in 1 cycle. If he gives you the right set of attacks, he dies in 1 cycle. Break has like 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8. He has like a load of patterns that he can do. He can basically jump up and shoot as many times as he wants, or be in the ground and shoot as many times as you want. Ideally, what you want is you want a long ground pattern and a long air pattern to get a 1 cycle fight. And then after that, we leave Raiding Gun. Hooray, you never have to go back there. Sorry if you hear me sitting on my chair, it's a fucking wooden chair, so it makes like a noise every time I move. Right, we're gonna go Disney Town now. Disney Town is home to all the mini-games. Each character has to play a mini-game. Terra's one is actually genuinely the hardest one. Alright, so this is Rumble Racing. Rumble Racing is kind of the most annoying one. Aqua gets one where you can not play it for a minute and a half, then gets a rhythm game. Terra gets this one where it's actually not out of the question to actually get bodied and lose. So these tornadoes actually have a cycle, and you're planning on trying to get through the cycle here. I think I've got 3 attack case splits. Right, let's see if I can do this. Nope, failed at that time. There's an angle I'm going for on that ramp. There's an angle you can hit, and it cuts your airtime on the ramp by like 0.1 to 2 of a second. It saves literally like that much time. But it's honestly the big dick play. Right. Yeah, I needed Blitz to tell me that I can say whatever I want, because I'm so used to doing these where I'm not allowed to say stuff like that. There you go. If you hit that ramp at the right angle, you cut all your airtime, so you can save a tiny, minute amount of time. I'm so used to doing marathons where I'm not allowed to say whatever I want. Okay, gonna try again. Nice angle. Yeah, bro, get hit with the mix-up of doing any regular marathon where you're not allowed to say anything. Dude, it's GDQ and ESA and UKSG and what else? BSG and UKSM and oh, I only got one of the freaking ramp tricks. SMH. I'm Garbo. But yeah, I'm so pilled of doing like all the other marathons and cleaning up my language and trying to speak properly, that like I forget that I'm allowed to that I can like say stuff whatever I want on, like, you know, my own stream. Oh, I meant to. I don't think I spit at the right time there. Yeah, you give me one opportunity and I go from like fine British person to, well, what the fuck are you saying to me, bruv? Yeah, basically. So, this fight, I'm trying to get into Firestorm as much as possible. That was an amazing fight. Holy moly. Alright. Alright, now we get to talk to Hades. Insert nuts joke there. Right, so 10 rounds is a bunch of 10 round fights. We're going to be using Flame Salvo for a bit of it. Let's go. Oh, I suck. So if you accidentally get the finisher, you have to wait for the finisher to finish, like a silly man. Right. So there's actually a specific number of hits on each of these to finish off. We did used to use a Flame Salvo on this part to finish it. So we don't do that anymore. We're going to get the Firestorm now because it's better to set it up there than set it up later on. This guy only needs 7 hits to kill him. 8's fine. 7 is the minimum. As long as you don't get to 10, you're fine. Because 10 gives you a longer shooting animation. Because there are different animations depending on how long... Okay. Okay, thank you. Depending on how long you hold the button down for. Gather. Fire. Guys, be dead. Gather. 1, 2. And you want to go in the middle because you have a higher chance of doing more damage to them when you're in the middle. Because you can hit all 3 of them when you're in the middle. Versus at the side. These guys can drop another fleeting, which will be useful. Just like that. This is not scripted, I swear. Right. Something very funny about Terra is Terra's casting animation for magic, especially Magnet, is actually slightly slower than Aqua's. You got to see it there. Aqua and Ven have a faster casting animation by about a frame or 2. And it doesn't come up too often, but it does there. So we're going to do a quick menu here. We're going to make a bunch of Fire Surges. Fire Surge is the best attack for this run. It's one of the best attacks in the game. And then we're going to talk to Hades again. And now we get to fight Zac. So Zac has 2 different fights. We're basically going to do the same thing to both of them. Because now that we're level 16, have a high strength stat, and also have all our fire boosts. Our Flame Salvo does a lot of damage. So Bro's HP bar is about to obliterate itself. That's a good Zac 1 fight. What's funny is Zac 1's time save depends on how long you have to be in the menu for before him. So, the Zac 1 time save is legitimately all in the menu and nowhere else because it depends on how many crystals you need to use. If you have to use crystals on all your fire surges, you lose time. If you don't, you save time. It's very funny. So Zac 2 here starts off with his Desperation move. In this game, a lot of Desperation moves, bosses are like vulnerable during them. Zac's one of them, so you can... I didn't use Magnet there. So you can use that to your advantage to make sure that you're all good. I'm just going to make sure that he's going to be like that. He's going to hit me a couple times, but it's fine. He's going to hit me up. I'm going to Fire Surge him like that and kill him. My damage there was kind of poop, because my Fire Surges really didn't hit him. Fire Surges have a bunch of hitboxes, but not all of them hit all the time. Especially on a grounded enemy that kind of can move wherever the game feels like they want to move. Important Mark of the Hero. Mark of the Hero has a higher strength stat, so, you know, big number, go brr brr. And now we have this fight. This fight is basically worthless. All it does is give you about 50 money at most. If this fight gave you EXP, oh, this would be insane. But this is just a fight where we kill a bunch of PNGs. Or JPEGs, even. Each of these have one hit point, and they just spawn in when another one dies. You just have to clear out enough of them until the game goes, yeah, sure, you pass. And you get, like, all those little money drops. It gives you, like, 50 money at most. Right, then, the reason why I changed my Keyblade on the world map is because you get flung straight into this fight. If you don't have Mark of the Hero on, your damage in this fight is butts, even with 3 fire boost, boosting your damage. So you want to make sure that you're all good on that. I'm just want to... I'm all good on there. Gather again. You're done. They'll spawn into that and get bodied. Magnet. That was a really good fight. Wasn't amazingly amazing, but it was good. It was good. I didn't lose that much time. That fight can go horribly wrong, because if the gun things don't come towards you, then you have to chase them around. They teleport, and they can be very annoying. Also, Terra Slide is level 4 now. You don't really get to see it in OC, but you kind of fly very far with Slide at level 4. Alright, go around the corner here. Right, now we're going to get into a pretty cool piece of tech. So, we're going to use another D-Link here. Cinderella D-Link has this attack called Enchanted Step, and it just kind of does this. Yeah. You can use it to fly to things. There's some tricks that you can do in the game to get, like, commands early. Like, you can get Super Glide early as Ventus, and you can fly up a wall in Secret Episodes and all this other stuff with it. You can get our Solemn with Terra early with it. There's loads of different applications that you can use for it. So this is 221, Pikachu, Sparky, whatever you want to call him. He actually has basically a set of attacks that he can do. He has like 1 or 2 patterns that don't go into the guns here. If he goes into the guns, you just have to just get him out like that. Okay, he got knocked back twice there for whatever reason. And if he does the right pattern, you get to skip the phase with the guns. Guns don't lose that much time, they only lose like a few seconds. Maximum of around 10-ish if you get a bad set like I kind of did there. But they don't lose that much time if the pattern was good beforehand. Alright, so that's 221 dead. Now, I see in a deep space. Now we're going to take a trip over to Neverland. Alright, cheeky trip over to Neverland. We get flown straight into another force fight again. This force fight actually is like a run decider. It genuinely is. It's honestly kind of cringe. So I'm going to be trying to concentrate here. Make sure I'm all good. Gather. Run around to reposition myself and to get those guys. Oh, no, no, no. Gather, gather. Gather. Right, so I'm just going to be trying to finish things off as I go here. Does that. That wasn't too bad. That fight can go very many different ways, a lot of them not in your favour. So that fight can basically decide if your run's going to PB or not, even after getting this far into the run. In classic Kingdom Hearts fashion, the enemy fights are more dangerous than the bosses. So we're just going to sell both our magnets here because we no longer need them. We're going to buy 3 of those. We're going to go to items. We're going to buy 6 of those. And as you can imagine, this is now our endgame deck. We're going to be using a bunch of Fire Surges for the most part. Because, as I said, Fire Surge is a very good command. We have Fire Boost, so it boosts the damage of it. So I put on a command in OC, which I didn't really pay much attention to. That's literally one of its only applications there. That's Sonic Impact. It's basically a hit that you can add on to the end of slide. It's pretty poop. You never really need it, so... But it's useful for some movement. So something I'm going to be doing here, just trying to... do that on that guy. So I'm trying to gain a bit of XP here. I need to be under 330 to the next level. Hopefully that should get it to me. That gave it to me. If you're anything above that, you won't hit level 20 by the end of the next fight, and you have to re-enter a world and kill something. Because you need level 20 for the endgame. Right, so this is Peter Pan. The game tells me to put Peter Pan in his place. So we're going to put him in his place. So he'll try and fly away from us, but his place is not going up there. His place is being hit by my fireballs. And he'll die halfway through the flame salvo. And that's putting Peter Pan in his place. You haven't got to kill Peter Pan, you've only got to get his HP down by a certain amount, and then he'll be like, yeah, I'm done, so tapping out, bro. Alright. And leave, come back. Then we've got another PNG fight we got to do. PNG/JPEG. So this is what we call a Jelly Shade Swarm. Every character kind of has a Jelly Shade Swarm they need to deal with at some point. Or, you know, some characters have too. This is Terra's. We're going to go in and out of Aqua here. Because Magna is honestly insane for these fights. Because these things will have 1 hit point. So as soon as they spawn in, Magna, like, obliterates them. And actually, my EXP is, like, flying around, so... And I hit level 20 by the end now. So, there you go. That was the last Magnet I did to end that fight, and you hit level 20 on it. That's kind of how tightly the EXP is rooted in this to hit those thresholds that we need. So our reward for that is Pixie Petal, which is a magic-based Keyblade. And now we get just a bunch of cutscenes. We get given Ends of the Earth as well, which is, if you know what Lingering Will uses in KH2, that's the Keyblade that Lingering Will uses. I can't talk. Alright, so now we're going to go up here. We get quickly reminded that this story is basically Revenge of the Sith, and Terra is Anakin Skywalker by going up to see Xehanort in Keyblade Graveyard, and he's basically Palpatine being like, ha ha ha, I'm definitely evil. And he goes, yeah, I can trust you. Gives you Dark Impulse and you leave. Right. So now we get to the Ericus fight. Ericus is genuinely a pretty scary fight on beginner mode. The strat I'm going to do is I'm going to Fire Surge into him, and one of us is going to die. Hopefully it's him. So Ericus can attack you whenever he feels like it. He can dodge out of stuff, he can do whatever he feels like. So I'm going to be using single hits here to kind of manip him into getting hit by more of the Fire Surge. I have 3 attack haste, so I should be okay on getting my surges out. I have to do a finisher. So if you ever don't have a surge, just do a finisher and should be okay. So something I'm doing here, just do that. I'm gonna quickly heal. Yeah, that was the correct decision. This is a desperation attack that you can do. Again, he's vulnerable during it. So you can just go, and he's probably going to do a second one directly in a row. Okay, cool. That wasn't too bad of a fight. You normally want DM-less, but if you have to take a DM, you take it. It's better to just take one than it is to try and kill him. The idea is he can only do his desperation attacks when he's in the middle of the area. So ideally what you do is you drag him to a corner of the screen and you drag him around the ring, trying to keep him against the wall. As soon as he starts running, when he's in his last couple of HP bars, he's going to desperation move. There's no point in trying. Right, we get a lovely Keyblade from that. We get Chaos Ripper. Chaos Ripper is an absolute beast of a Keyblade. It gives us 10 strength at the cost of magic. Yeah, I don't have any magic commands apart from Cure. The only thing it does with Cure is it reduces how much HP Cure heals, but Cure is genuinely there. Mostly for the attack haste. I say like 90% for the attack haste, 10% for the Cure. So, these tornadoes all have enemies inside them. Terra kind of just laughs at them as you just slide all the way past them without having to worry about any of them. You always forget about it when you run in Terra, that those things are actually kind of serious and you need to deal with them sometimes. Alright, these are going into endgame now. So, Terra has 3 fights in endgame. The first one is against Vanitas and Xehanort. It's very funny. On 30 FPS, you've only got to take down Vanitas here to about half his HP bar, but on 60 FPS and above, you need to actually get rid of his whole HP bar. I don't know why that makes it different. Your guess is as good as mine. So as you can see, my damage is actually insane right there. There you go, easy. Right, so I'm just actually clapping him there. Right, then we get thrown into another fight here. You get the fight with Xehanort now. So now we really get to see the true power that is the Chaos Ripper. This fight takes like 20 seconds, it's very funny. And then... and Blade Charge finish. There we go. That fight takes like no time at all because you just actually clap him. Right, so we're getting into the reason why level 20 is required now. So for canonical reasons, Square Enix decided, Terra needs to use his officially canon Keyblade for this fight. So it switches you to Ends of the Earth, and yes, it does actually swap you to the Ends of the Earth stats and all. So we go from a 10 strength Keyblade down to a 5 strength Keyblade. So, yeah, the 3 fire boost and level 20 is specifically to do decent damage on Terranort here. So this fighter here, he has a bunch of different attacks that you can do, but I'm basically going to be trying to hit him with as much of my flame salvos as I can. That one all missed. So the Mega Ethers I brought, Ethers in this game, because I did mention it prior, they restore your focus gauge, which is the resource you use for shot locks. So I'm just doing as much damage as I can. Terranort also has the ability to heal, so he'll heal at some point. Right there. This is his desperation move, or Meteors. When he's doing this, you basically get a full free flame salvo on him. He will heal after the first use of Meteors, so I'm just going to be dashing away from the Meteors to... just trying to make sure that I'm okay. Oh yeah, time just come up at the end of this fight glitch. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. Excuse me while I'm just flame salvering my man. This guy's taking no damage at all. Okay, now he's going to Meteor again, of course. Of course! Thank you, Terranort. Oh, that's air guitar. My favourite. Time. That is our favourite attack that Grig named air guitar. It's Ultima Canon, but for some reason he named it air guitar. Right, so in class... oh yeah, I also want to watch this cutscene because Terra does something magical. The HD version of this game added this element of cape growing to the cutscene. because in canon, Lingering Will has a cape, and the PSP version couldn't render the capes while maintaining stability. So the HD version, they thought, let's add the cape. And they did. No one ever questioned it. We all just went, oh, he has a cape in one design, no cape in another design. I also love the fact that if you do everything right in this run as well, that enemies defeated 777, that number is nearly 100% consistent. I always get 777 there. It's one of the funnest things about this run, is that you always end up with jackpot 7 at the end. I say always. My next run's not going to be that, but yeah.
Hell yeah, man. GG's, that's a pretty good time. What's up, dude? You fucking killed it, brother.
I fucking did. Right, let me...
Let's go. Alright, so GG's, that was a great run. How far were you off of your PB with that run?
Just curious. What was that, 48?
48.53 is what I got.
Okay, so my PB, my world record, is a 46.20.
Okay, hell yeah, pretty solid. Let's go. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and just get set right up for Street Boys, the legendary Street Boys. I'm super happy to have this here.
Yep.
So I'm gonna switch off to the setup screen real quick just so Rebel can switch his game and capture card stuff real quick, but we'll be literally right back in like 5